motion to be accepted as written. All those in favor? We do have Attorney Denise Heeline with us this evening in Stan's absence. Stan hopefully will be back very soon, but in his absence, Denise will be filling in for us.
Well, thank you.
I gave you my minutes too. No, here they are. Get me. Commissioners, if you'd like to start with your reports, let's start with Remington on the end. How's that?
Sure. Works for me.
Mix things up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I sent Nani a couple of, I guess you can call them tire kickers for the flag light. You mentioned, I think, that the one you bought previously was too dim, right? The one you got from Home Depot. Might sound like a weird question. Do you know how many lumens it was?
No, I wish I could remember that.
Okay.
It was on,
We don't have it anymore either, do we?
Mounted on.
No, I don't think we do.
I think so.
Because I would imagine that the one, because I sent two links. One is for Amazon, which is just going to be a very generic. It's going to be low lumen. It's low cost. So I would assume the one you got from Home Depot is probably comparable to that one less. The other one is so the one at Amazon is 800 lumens. This one from LED Light Solutions, which I just found a third party online for commercial use, is 1980 lumens, which our flagpole is what, 20-25 feet thereabouts.
Oh, no,
No.
no, it's only like.
We
right
have
up
one
here.
on the flagpole. She's talking about.
Are we talking about the one out?
We're
at
talking
the-
about the one right outside the house.
Oh, okay.
No, the
I
one-
did see one out there.
Yeah,
I thought,
no,
oh, okay.
the one on the flagpole
Oh my
works.
gosh. Okay.
And it's
Well, that
fine.
simplifies everything then. Then yeah, we should go with the one from Amazon, I think.
Well,
But is it solar? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's solar. It's got a built-in battery that's like, I don't know, it's like 1,800, 1,300 milliamp hours, something like. It should last throughout the night.
Okay, and that's been the problem, is that it doesn't last throughout the night, and you can't have a flag displayed at night without it being lit. And the one up here is lit. It's in with our street lights and everything.
Okay.
It's dusk to dawn, just like our street lights.
Okay.
So the only other option that I could think of would have been to tie it in with maybe a porch
I
light
was gonna say turn the
and
push
get it dusk to dawn.
button. Okay.
But I'm not sure, and I don't take care of this at home, so I have no idea whether or not we have enough light here to charge a dusk to dawn porch light.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Actually.
You know,
That's
so
a low power.
we could put the porch light on a timer and connect the two. If this is a feasible option that's not too expensive, then what are we looking at here?
20. The one on Amazon was like $20.
Oh, well, I mean, why are we talking about that?
I mean, if it is more powerful than the one that we had.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the question.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
$20 is worth trying.
It is.
I mean, we're talking
worth
about
it, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we can always.
I mean, if it's lower to the ground, if it's just out here, I imagine that it will be.
Yeah,
So-
it's to light the flagpole that's on the outside of the house, right at the door. So I really see no problem in spending $20 to give it a try.
And
And
just
if it doesn't work, then we'll figure out another option from there.
I've got a couple flashlights that have the lumens on them as well. I laugh because it sounds so dumb. But so what I can do is I can also, just so that we're being doing our fiduciary duty here. We'll just,
Remington, it's $20.
well, sure, but
It's okay. We can do that.
We'll-
And if there's a problem, I'll pay for it. Okay. But no, I think that you're safe to go ahead and order that. Turn in your receipt, get reimbursed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion. If everyone else is in
Sure,
agreement,
yeah, that's right.
all right. Okay. Lonnie?
Oh, we're done?
Oh,
Sorry.
let me just jog my memory real quick, make sure. I think that's all I have. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. All right, so, if you have a calendar of events, it has changed a little bit. Our next event is the Easter egg hunt, but it's not on the 29th Sunday. It's going to be on Saturday, the 28th, and from 3 to 4 still. And we do have an Easter bunny, and that is Miss Terry here. Raise your hand.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, and then I do need some help filling Easter eggs, and so I'd like to try to do that Friday night at 7 o'clock, and I'll put a note on Facebook to see who else can help with that, even if we had just, even 2 other people, that would, we could knock it out. And then the day of, on Saturday, it actually starts at 3, but if anybody can come and help hide the eggs, like at 1:30, that would be wonderful too. So, just kind of keep those dates in mind. Let me know, and I'll put that out on Facebook as well. So that's that. Anybody have any questions?
Have you ordered the candy and everything?
Yeah, I've gotten just about everything except for the little gifts that the Easter Bunny will give out. So that's the only thing left I have to get. So I did want to ask you about, we wanted to do cookies and juice again. Would you be willing to help with that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, I'll set up in here and you can get that. That would be great. Okay.
Okay.
I do want to, I don't know if I'm supposed to bring this up now or later, because we have talked about this before, but it's the message center that we wanted to do. Should I go ahead and talk about that now?
You can.
Okay, so I gave you all a copy of that. This seems to be the best deal for us. It is the sign, it's the single sign here. On the paper you have 2. It's the smaller of the 2. And that is, at least this was true, I think 6 months ago. Hopefully the prices are still the same, because I've been kind of working this on and off since then. So the total with the shipping and handling would be $727.74. And that is for the single. It comes with the sign and the post. I already checked with the city. Is there any kind of permission we need to get, anything like that? And they said, no, we're basically our own city and we can, do whatever we want. So that's not an issue. We do want to put it up at the park. And then Alan said he would help to install that once we got it. So that part is, will be taken care of. So, I guess I want to make a motion that we purchase this, single sign with the post for that amount of money.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
And I don't want to overcomplicate things.
Okay.
Do we want it at the park or do we want it?
That was
Here.
my question. If
Okay.
we're trying to move everything here, and we're using this as our center of the city,
I get that, and then again, I don't know, is it gonna get too congested? We have that sign out there, I don't know.
I just don't know that the park is the best place for it.
I don't know, what do y'all, I wish more people were here.
Yeah, that's my thing, is I wish the others were here to kind of weigh in on it as well. Can we table it until April and then, I know we're pushing, I feel like we're pushing the
For what
can
it's
down the
worth,
road.
I
but-
think it's a great solution regardless of where, like, if it's here at the park, it doesn't know
Yeah,
that.
well,
I think that this
honestly-
right here is a good solution.
Thank
Like,
you.
this is-
But I honestly, I still have reservations. I don't know who's gonna get out of their car and walk up and read it.
It's their problem.
Maybe people walking, because everybody keeps saying, no, we need a website, we need this, we're pushing everything digital, and then we're putting something in print. I'm gonna go with the flow, but I don't know that the park is the best place for it.
I'm flexible, I'm fine with having it here, if we can close this deal tonight.
It's been
I'm
so-
all for it. I don't know
What do you have in your budget for this?
That is a good question, and honestly, I haven't checked with that. I was hoping that we could maybe,
Yeah,
Work
we're
away.
gonna have to see where we are in the budget for this. $20 is easier than $800.
I get that. So it would have to come out of my budget, huh?
Well, it's gonna have to come out of somebody's budget, so.
Okay, well,
She still has $1,300.
Yeah.
well, there we go.
Yeah. Now you've
That's
also,
before Easter.
that's
Okay,
before
well, I'm
Easter.
still good.
Yeah,
I'm still good, okay.
yeah.
All right, So, just saying that we can put it here if that's what we wanna do.
I mean, that would be my
I'm fine.
suggestion
I'm
is
fine.
that we put it someplace here. Now, where, I don't know, but
Yeah, well, we can figure that out.
someplace here as opposed to there. And then when you install, if you're installing here, I would definitely call Bud before you dig. Definitely, please.
I always do.
Well,
Always have.
just with this property and unknown, you know, please make sure that you do that for your
Always do.
protection.
Like I
If you're
said,
going
I always
Um, and then of course it'll be set in concrete so that it doesn't get blown over by the wind and all that.
You're going to put it up here next to your light out there.
I would think that would be the best place
And
to
it
put
won't
it
look cluttered.
so that it won't, up next to the yard post. So that at least it'll give us some light on it too, so. But yeah, I would definitely reach out to Bud before, so, but we could talk about that when it gets in, if you'd like. And you're volunteering your time?
Yes.
Okay, because otherwise we would need
No,
insurance and,
It's volunteer.
okay, thank you.
My insurance will cover.
Well, volunteers are different than when we actually engage your services, so I just wanna make sure our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed, you know?
Yes.
So, okay,
Alright, I think that's all I have for right now. I do have up here, a yard waste pickup schedule for anybody that wants it. And I'll try to post that on Facebook every few months as well. And that's all I have.
okay. Did I miss that we decided, are we gonna go ahead and buy the sign then?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, so I make a motion that we purchase this sign, the single sign, for the total of $727.74, with Terry being the one to install that. And, so, I make a
Or,
motion.
Let's let Alan do it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I want you to do everything, you're gonna be the Easter bunny, you're gonna do this
I was starting to say, Terry's gonna be a little worn out in the back there, but, you know,
I'm
okay.
sorry, Alan, okay, so,
I'll second it.
Motion is passed.
alright.
Okay.
Lonnie, before you order that, you have to get a tax exempt certificate
Yes,
and all
yes.
that.
Okay, yes.
Are you ordering it from them directly, I guess?
Yeah,
Okay.
Uline.
Okay, okay. And make sure they'll deliver here too,
Yeah,
when you order that.
as opposed to,
Well, sometimes if they come on those big trucks,
Uh-huh.
on a semi, they won't bring them in the neighborhood.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So make sure what it's coming in.
okay,
If it's coming UPS, FedEx, something like that, you're safe.
okay.
Okay. So, all right, I'm gonna go on with Lois's report in her absence. The checking account balance is $9,430. The savings account, general savings is $1,445,156. The road fund is $58,057. Park money market is $177,333. There is a need to transfer $19,000 from the general savings to the checking to cover the upcoming month's expenses. We received $23,000 in municipal insurance tax payments for the quarter ending December 31, 2025. So I make a motion to transfer $19,000 from the general savings to the checking to cover the upcoming month's expenses.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? No opposed? Would you mind to pass that to me for her
Sure.
signature? Thank you. Thank you. I have no report from Joe at this time regarding security, but I can tell you that I did see the police officer had somebody pulled over the other day when I was leaving the neighborhood, and he had a citation in his hand, or a piece of paper in his hand. I don't know if it was a citation or a warning. When I left the city back on Hollow Tree, and when I came back in the city, he had somebody pulled over right out here. So,
Well, my neighbor got 2 tickets.
your neighbor got tickets.
We saw that.
One wasn't enough?
Jason and Will both got a ticket each.
Oh, yeah. But I almost was hit right here the other day coming home from work, coming down Cross Creek, somebody coming through and just completely blew the stop sign. And if I had not been paying attention, which a lot of times I'm distracted, it would have been really, really ugly. So I did say something to Joe about watching this particular stop sign at that time. I don't know, but yeah, so they're disregarding stop signs really, really is an issue, so. But that's the only thing I have, so they are doing their due diligence. We have had, new properties sold. I've sent out a couple of new resident letters, with copies of some ordinances letting them know that. This is a really good time for everyone in the city to take a look at their property and do some cleanup, get rid of anything that is not supposed to be there and is unwanted, and vehicles that haven't moved. I did get a notice from the city that, we have had several complaints in Hollow Creek about vehicles that are inoperable, that are parked in driveways. I talked to one of the code enforcement officers today, and he was like, hey, I was just in your neighborhood and got a complaint. And I said, oh, so that is something that Metro has been here, and they have cited a few residents. So if you know anyone, if you have a neighbor that has one that's inoperable, you might want to just pass it along to them. We'll put a note on Facebook, and we'll send out an email reminding people to take a good look at their property and just kind of clean up that kind of stuff. I will be meeting, I know we had talked about, we do have a very nice proposal regarding the community garden commissioners that Erica worked on very hard, and it's quite the proposal. I have skimmed, not completely read, in my defense.
Sure.
And I would like the other two commissioners that are absent tonight to have the opportunity to look and have to review it, okay?
Absolutely.
I do have a meeting next week with Metro Parks and Recreation to walk our property. That meeting got rescheduled due to the bad weather and has been rescheduled for next week, so hopefully we'll get a little bit of a game plan on what their recommendations are moving forward for the property and any enhancements that we need to do in the city to make it more usable, friendly for our residents, I have asked Lois to, again, get some clarification from our insurance carrier about what park equipment we can actually have. Swing sets are nice, but if we can have some additional equipment for the residents and the kids to utilize, that would be nice. We obviously want to be a good partner to our insurance carrier, but we want to offer something more than just swings. I doubt that we're going to get the big slide with the burlap bags, but it's always worth asking for, right?
Super slide.
Yeah, the super slide. So if it's okay, I would like to go ahead and table the proposal for the garden until when we meet with Metro Parks and Recreation, because I will have this with me when I meet with them, if you don't mind me sharing. And that way we can get their proposal for where we can do maybe both, okay? Look at a playground and look at the garden, okay?
Any measurements that are included in that are purely hypothetical
That's-
and flexible.
Right, that's perfectly fine, and we'll let them know that, but just to get a couple of, they are the experts, they do this for a living, they lay these out all over, so let's see what they can give us, and any suggestions that we can get from them, and any insight is very welcomed and appreciated, so, yeah. Now, I don't have anything else. We've got some pending issues with Stan, and we'll work those out either with Stan or Miss Helani. So, does anyone have any questions, concerns? Yes, Miss Jonesy?
I always come up with something. At our last garden club meeting I attended for Audubon Park,
Yes, ma'am.
they are in the process of making a stage. I mean, I haven't seen it, it's pretty elaborate.
A stage?
Yeah,
Oh, for,
where they can put on things.
oh, okay, yeah, well, but they do host the,
They have some
Yeah,
festivals.
they have some festivals, they have several
Okay.
festivals.
Dogwood Festival.
Well,
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm saying.
learned that they're,
Washington.
they became a 501c3. So people could donate, I guess, whatever.
The
So-
garden club has become a 501c3.
Well, they've always been.
Oh, okay.
No, Audubon Park, the city of Audubon Park. So I didn't know if the paperwork or whatever they needed to do, if you would be interested in that, if anybody would like to, you might be able to pick up some items or money for
I
things
don't
you might
know.
wanna do.
I don't know, that's something we could look into, but I'm not sure. I thought 501c3s were more charitable.
They might have done something with the actual park in Audubon Park and created a separate
Entity for that. Okay.
Well, I don't know the mayor, I don't talk to the mayor, but she's a garden club member now. And they are getting lots of donations, I know there was big money in Audubon Park. But anyway, that just occurred, if they can do it, surely we can.
Yeah, you know, it's something worth looking into. We can reach out. I can reach out to the mayor of Audubon Park and ask what they did and get some clarification.
Yeah, because it might help with what you're proposing to do around here.
They have a website too.
I thought they had a website.
They have a website.
I think with some of these storms we have coming through, if you could find a tree person, come through and look about risk assessment for some of these trees.
We spent a fortune last year having trees
I
removed
know,
and
but
cut down.
storms are coming through. The third thing, where people have parked in the front grass, are you gonna try to get them to repair the mud?
In their yards, where
Yeah.
people are doing that,
Deep Hollow, it's pretty bad,
is it?
yeah.
I know that that is something that that code enforcement does look at. I don't personally do that. But that is something that code enforcement does look at.
Yeah, I would see if
Just
you could
repair
get,
the
so
yard.
many days too, just because,
Well, and I understand some of it was with the snow and the ice and people having to park wherever. I know that there were a couple of people that did park cars in their yards during that time to get them off of the roads. But I think you're referring more to those that just pull up in front of the house and park on a regular basis.
well, it not only destroys the curbside of their yard, but puts mud in the street.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have, but I thought that might give you some money for the,
Yeah, no, but I'll reach out to Audubon Park and see, and look at their website to see if there's anything specific posted on their website, but I'll reach out to their mayor directly.
She did bring up a good point though about if we want to, when we're thinking about where we wanna put possibly a playground and the garden and everything, could we have a stage, a place where if we have a DJ come or a band or anything like that, where would be a good place to do that? I mean,
That's
I don't know
something
if
I can ask Park and Recs when they're here.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying.
If that, they're gonna give us a whole synopsis,
Yeah.
and hopefully, they're gonna give us a plan in
Okay.
stages,
Yeah,
because
okay.
they know, like everyone else, we are budget limited,
Right, right,
and that, this is a long-term plan.
yeah,
And with everything else that we want to be doing with the actual office space,
yeah,
and repairs and upkeep and things that are needed, that, we have a budget that we have to follow.
right,
So they were gonna give us plans, so I can add that to the list as well.
yeah, yeah.
I have a question that I was wanted to while she was speaking, if I can
Mm-hmm.
interject my question. So last week we took a vote on whether or not to revisit ordinance number 2 about the rental fees, and it was voted no, we're not going to revisit it. Does that extend to adding a purpose statement and goal to the ordinance, or was that or was it only for revisiting the fee?
It was for revisiting the ordinance in general.
Okay.
Okay, now, in following last month's meeting, I did reach out, and have our ordinance reviewed by, an attorney, Ms. Heline. And she said that our ordinance does need some, how did you say it?
Just some revisions.
Some revision. So that is something that when we had a full commission that I was going to bring up. That
Okay,
we
okay, I'll just-
revisit looking at that and revising that based on her recommendations.
Okay.
Okay? So, you know, a lot of our ordinances were written a while back. But one of the things I do believe that we discussed was the clarification on the fee. And, it was communicated that we do have the authority to set the fee, being that we are a home rule city, okay? But that there are some things in that ordinance that need to be revised.
I would like to discuss something on that. Is there any feedback regarding the Louisville Metro ordinance that I emailed after last month?
There wasn't, but I was curious, I don't have a copy of your application for Louisville Metro rental
It's
ordinance.
online.
I don't show you are registered with Louisville Metro. Do you have a copy of your, application?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
I also
that
have
would be
this
great.
email. There's a copy of it for everyone.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna go through some of the
Mm-hmm.
details here. So.
Thank you.
So what you have in front of you is an open records request, which I filed after last month's meeting. This is about.
Would you mind
ordinance number
stating
2.
your name before you start so that the meeting will know who you're talking?
Thomas Kinney. So through that Open Records Act request, the city has confirmed the following regarding ordinance number 2. There was no study, memorandum, worksheet, or financial analysis used to determine the amount of the $1,000 fee. There's no itemized accounting of administrative or enforcement costs associated with this program. There have been 0 permit denials, 0 citations, 0 fines, and only 3 registered dwellings. Under Kentucky law, while a city may regulate and license businesses under Kentucky Revised Statute 92.280, regulatory fee must bear a reasonable relationship to the cost of administering and enforcing the regulation. It cannot be arbitrary, and it cannot function primarily as a revenue measure. At present, the city has produced no evidence that the $1,000 figure reflects actual administrative costs, inspection costs, enforcement costs, or documented staff allocation. Without that connection, the fee risks being characterized as arbitrary or as an unauthorized revenue measure rather than a true regulatory fee. I'm asking that the commission tonight to clarify for the record what documented cost basis supports the $1,000 annual amount per dwelling. If no such cost basis exists, I respectfully request that the commission amend the ordinance in one of the following ways. Reduce the registration fee to an amount demonstrably tied to actual administrative costs, or implement a compliance-based structure in which after 1 year with no citations or violations, the registration fee is either eliminated or reduced to a nominal maintenance amount. A compliance-based reduction will preserve the city's authority while ensuring the ordinance remains proportional and defensible. My goal is not conflict. My goal is proportional regulation that aligns with actual administrative burden. I urge the commission to revisit the fee structure before the city is placed in the position of defending a number that currently has no documented justification. So if you look through that email there, it supports everything that I just said.
And I believe I explained how amending an ordinance would work. We cannot make a decision tonight on amending an ordinance because it does require that the ordinance be read twice and passed. So we cannot amend an ordinance at this meeting.
I'm not asking for an amendment at this meeting, I'm asking for it to be revisited.
And I just said that after following last month's meeting, that I had the ordinance reviewed, and it was recommended that it be revisited and reviewed, and to be revised. So that is on
So
our
my
agenda.
point are the
to
two
move
items
forward.
to be reviewed. Are you going to look at reducing the registration fee to an amount demonstrably tied to actual administrative costs?
We will be looking at the ordinance as a whole.
Or implement a compliance-based structure in which after 1 year, no citations or violations,
We will be,
registration fees?
we will be looking at the ordinance as a whole.
And when can we schedule?
when we will review the ordinance with the commissioners, and we will revisit the, ordinance at a later date.
Which would be next month, following month.
It can be put on the agenda for next month,
Thank you.
but it is an ordinance that would have to be, we have to also work with an attorney to
I was
get the
gonna say,
suggested
right.
revisions.
We have to have the proposal.
Right, we do.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, that's all I've asked for.
Like I said, I did reach out following the last meeting and have it reviewed, and we were provided advice that the ordinance needed to be revised.
Thank you.
And it's like next couple months.
Yeah, it's not, next
Yeah.
month you will not have an answer, it's gonna take a couple of months to get that
I
done.
realize it'll take a few months. Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have anything else? No? Speak now? All right, I hope to see everyone at the Easter egg hunt. If no one has anything else, I'm gonna make a motion that the meeting be adjourned. Thank you all for coming, it is very cold outside. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No nays?